I'm Juan Alvarez, and I'm presenting cocaine, also known as coke. Cocaine is a natural product extracted from the leaves of the Erythroxylon coca lamb, aka coca leaves. This tropical shrub is cultivated widely on the Andean Ridge in South America and is the only known natural source of cocaine. To make a kilo of pure cocaine, you need about a ton of coca leaf. It then gets dried out and weighs a bit less. A kilo of cocaine can retail for as much as $150,000 in the United States. Different synthetic cocaine derivatives sold as research chemicals have been identified as potential pharmacological drugs, two of which are under tight observation because of their high abuse potential. There is very little information about the two drugs. Crack cocaine is derived from powdered cocaine by combining it with water and another substance, usually baking soda. After cocaine and baking soda are combined, the mixture is boiled and has solid forms. Once it's cooled and broken into smaller pieces, these pieces are sold as crack. Cocaine affects all systems of the body. The central nervous system is the primary target. Cocaine and crack cocaine can cause brain damage, and even when used only a few times, damage to the brain structures can trigger addiction, which is a disease involving the reward circuits and dopamine systems. Cardiovascular damage. Immediate side effects from cocaine and crack cocaine include elevated blood pressure, rapid heartbeat, and vasoconstriction in the brain and throughout the body. This reflects the person's experience of high energy, anxiety, stress, and paranoia. Chronic abuse of both cocaine and crack cocaine can damage the cardiovascular system in many ways. Heart attack is the leading cause of death among people who abuse cocaine. Respiratory problems and pulmonary damage. Snorting cocaine can cause mucous membrane damage through the sinus cavity, leading to the throat and upper respiratory system. However, smoking crack cocaine is more likely to cause very serious respiratory problems. Blood vessels in the lungs constrict. Alveolar walls are destroyed so oxygen does not enter the bloodstream as well, and capillaries that carry oxygen to the rest of the body can be destroyed. Chronic cough, high risk of infections like pneumonia and tuberculosis, acute respiratory distress, asthma, and pulmonary edema are all associated with cocaine. People who chronically abuse crack cocaine can develop crack lung or eosinophilic pneumonitis. Symptoms of this condition include black sputum, cough, diffuse wheezing sounds, pain, and increased presence of white blood cells. Cocaine affects the good bacteria as well as the way it recedes the stomach's natural barrier to acidity. The following are additional risks on the digestive system: decreased appetite leading to weight loss and malnutrition, damage to bowel tissues, abdominal pain, constipation, reduced blood flow to the gut, acid reflux, nausea and vomiting, and diarrhea. Cocaine interferes with hormone production and regulation. Chronic cocaine use can keep the adrenal glands overstimulated, leading to aggression and mental health issues. Cocaine can also impact female sex glands, disrupting menstrual cycles, and may affect fertility. Cocaine use may lower sperm count in men as well. Studies suggest cocaine abuse can poorly impact the immune system. Cocaine can suppress or alter immune cells, lowering your ability to fight disease and infection. If you smoke crack cocaine, you're at increased risk for bronchitis and pneumonia. Cocaine users are at higher risk for infections like hepatitis and HIV. Unprotected sex, poor nutrition, and injecting cocaine contribute to this risk. It's often considered to be an elite recreational drug, as initially it was a sign of status as it was an expensive drug, but every time it is used widely as the variants have become more accessible. There are people from all levels of society destroyed by cocaine addiction. While some people go and buy it, some get it delivered. We've seen all ages taking cocaine. People start taking it socially and then doing it on their own, and its use spirals. The trafficking and abuse of drugs in the United States affect nearly all aspects of society. The economic cost is estimated at around $250 billion. The damage caused by drug abuse and addiction is reflected in an overburdened justice system, a strained healthcare system, lost productivity, and environmental destruction. CNS stimulants accelerate the heart rate and elevate the blood pressure, and speed up or overstimulate the body. Examples of CNS stimulants include cocaine, crack cocaine, amphetamines, and methamphetamine. It can be administered typically by mouth, insufflation, or intravenous. Drug evidence is collected using the same evidence collection methods used for other types of crimes. Evidence is collected, photographed, packaged, documented, and sent for analysis. At crime scenes where cocaine is suspected to have played a role, it could be residue on other items or liquids that have soaked in the fabrics. In these situations, the evidence collected could be anything within the crime scene, including biological samples, most commonly blood or urine from victims and suspects. Analysts use scientific findings to help investigators pursue legal action against individuals suspected of a drug-related crime. The goal of forensic drug chemistry is to determine whether the material submitted contains an illegal substance. Based on the result of the analysis, law enforcement can pursue criminal charges and the court can determine appropriate sentencing. Cocaine powder is often cut with other substances such as caffeine or lidocaine. The forensic chemist who receives the sample suspected to be cocaine will need to separate out all the individual compounds and test to see if one of those is cocaine. They do this by looking at the chemical characteristics of each compound and comparing those characteristics to reference material analyzed using the same instrument.